Say it. You gonna say it with me? Sup? What the fuck? No. I accepted a ride.
When I was in middle school, I was constantly made fun of and picked on, and that ridicule transferred to whenever I rode the school bus. So I started walking 3 miles to and from school every day. The path I walked on was pretty safe, mostly on a sidewalk and always on a busy road, with the last 2.5 miles being a straight shot directly to the school.
Okay, but what them street lights looking like though? You didn't say shit about that. You didn't say nothing about that. You just said like it was pretty cool. It was pretty, you felt pretty safe. But no. I need mother light. I said mother lights. I need mother clucking lights. I need some bright ass street lights. Cluck a. Oh, it seems to be nice. It seems to be safe. Oh, I'm on the sidewalk, so I'm good. Like no, you didn't say shit about no street lights. For all we know, it can be dark as hell. Just saying.
Then there wasn't a stigma attached to kids being outside on their own, so this wasn't deemed unsafe.
Why he look like the guy that's eating that cheeseburger or whatever? Why he look like what's that show called? Back in the day. Kids Next Door. He looked like one of those. I don't remember what number it was or that person was, but he looked like one of them. Oh man, that's crazy. I haven't seen Kid Next Door in a very long time. I haven't seen Kids Next Door since I was a kid. That show was lit, but he definitely looked like he should be either one of the kids. Was it 4 or 5? I don't really remember. Or he should have been in that show.
Or noticed by anyone. I lived alone with my father, parents being divorced, and my mother saw me on the weekends. He didn't see any harm in the walking, and my mother wasn't aware of this, nor that I was being picked on in school, so I continued for over half the school year.
Damn.
One day as I was going home, I saw a car pull up about 100 feet ahead of me. I thought to myself, that car looks familiar. Oh, nice, that's my dad. He's gonna drive me the way home.
Is it?
I started to jog up to the car, seeing him in the driver's seat waiting patiently. His hair looks darker than normal today.
Yeah, so in that case, you just get on the other side of the street and then talk about some song. Just saying, you need to haul ass like a mother clock. Just saying, you better get your cash running. You better get your blood. You better get your blood flowing. You better get your gas. You better get in that running position. Like, for real. You better go, hey, shit. You better, shit.
Wasn't the inside of his car tan, not red? The thoughts left as soon as they entered, and I caught up to the car, opened the passenger side door, and started to get in.
Oh.
As I was tossing my backpack on the floor in front of me and swinging my legs into the car, thanks, Dad! Before I knew it, I had shut the car door and we began to move. This isn't my father. This man was much older, by at least 20 years. Hair obviously dyed black, and hands propped at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. The shirt he was wearing looked just like the one my father would have worn. A short sleeve collar button down, brick red with black and horizontal lines, not pressed but not too wrinkled either. He was smiling at me, which probably would have felt warm if it was coming from my grandfather, but instead felt menacing. I heard a click and looked over at the door that had just been locked. I stared at the door for a moment longer, then turned and faced forward and completely froze.
Damn.
Terrified.
Damn.
Hello, I saw you walking. I figured I'd come give you a lift.
Hello, my ass.
I didn't move or answer. Don't act scared, just act normal. His voice matched a smile.
Unless you're not with Lyft, then you shouldn't be giving nobody no lifts. Just saying.
Deceivingly friendly. We were roughly a mile away from home, and half a mile from the next turn needed to head in that direction. All I could concentrate on is how am I gonna get out of this situation? Are you on your way home? Home. Yes, I wanna go home. Where's your house? I can take you back home. Feeling just slightly relieved, I told him to take the next right turn. I felt myself begin to breathe and I realized how tense I had been. My body relaxed slightly and I finally moved and wrapped my hands around my backpack straps. We started to come up on the intersection and I pointed ahead. The dotted line for the turn lane had begun, but he did not get over. Instantly I tensed back up and my grip and my gaze on my backpack straps tightened. Don't act scared. Don't act scared. No, I really need to get back home. He swung the car into the...
Talking about don't act scared. Don't act scared. Don't act... Bitch. I'm in that car talking about some... Act scared. If you can't open up the door, then bust open the window. Do something. Hit him in the balls or something. That is.
Lane and began to make the turn. Okay, see? Everything is going to be fine. He's taking you home. Are you sure? I'll make sure you get home before anyone realizes you're gone. Stay calm. Don't act scared. No, I need to get home now. My father is expecting me home right now. He's waiting. Okay, maybe next time. We can meet here at the same place tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Sure, yes. Tomorrow sounds good. I just need to get home today now. My eyes were firmly trained on the road ahead of us, hoping that if I just focused on the direction home, I would get there. The turn into my neighborhood was approaching, and I informed him again and pointing towards that direction. The next few moments were silent, even though it was so loud in my head. Oh, wait, he can't know where I live. No. What should I? You know, it's probably not a good idea that I drop you off right at your house. Your dad might see me and get mad that I gave you a ride home, and then we wouldn't be able to meet again tomorrow. I was able to appreciate the good fortune of my silent question being answered for me. My old neighborhood consisted of mainly apartments, but in the back were a block of townhouses, which is where I lived. If you were unaware of the layout of the complex, the townhouses might go unnoticed. He pulled over to the side of the road in front of the apartment building. He unlocked the door and I hurried out of the car. Backpack still in hand, I began to close the door behind me. So, see you here tomorrow, same time? I paused for just a second so I can get another look at the man. Still smiling, still terrifying. Yes, tomorrow.
The fact that you keep talking to this motherfucker is beyond me. As soon as he would have said, what would he say? See you back here same time tomorrow. I'm looking at you like this. And then I'm moving in with my mom's. Just saying.
See you later. Don't run, don't act scared. I swung my
Run,
backpack on the right way
act
and
scared.
briskly walked in the opposite direction of my house. I could hear the car still idling behind me, and it wasn't until I was able to turn off that road and leave his view that I heard him start to move. He had to drive up to where I was walking to turn around, and I glanced back as he was making an awkward turn. He caught my gaze and gave a slight wave before driving off. I turned my head and kept walking, and the moment I could no longer hear the car, I ran as fast as my legs and heavy backpack would let me. I ran around to where I could hide between two buildings and hid there for a while until I felt it was enough time passed to feel confident he was not driving back around looking for me. I ran the rest of the way home, keeping a lookout, making sure he wouldn't be able to see me through the backyards. I reached the front door, unlocked it, and almost spilled inside because I was moving so fast. It wasn't until I locked the door behind me that I felt safe. I was home. In the end, I told both my parents, and my mother forced my father to drive and pick me up from school for the remainder of the school year. My father didn't believe me and thought I made up the story to get out of walking to school. Well, it didn't matter. It was worth his disbelief and annoyance every day in the car, so I never had to meet that guy again.
Unless unless you, if a random person decides they want to give you a lift, but they not with a lift, it's about 52 red flags right there. Right? Even with the company Lyft, it's still sus. Ubers are sus too. You know? It's just, you don't know what people's real intentions are. So, you can't really trust anybody nowadays. You know? I feel like you can never trust anybody nowadays. Like, you can trust people, but like to a certain extent. You know, don't put like your full trust into I would say anybody, but the chances of somebody else being as trustworthy as you are is pretty slim. So just don't begin in random people's cars. Like, that's stupid. You're a dumbass if you do that. Sorry to say. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. Shout. Sup. Wow. I was about to say my intro. Ha. Keep it cool. Keep it classy. And I love you. Stay happy. My family.